Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hello. I am Monster to Mermaid. This is Minecraft, and I am in the Minecolonies mod. And right now, I am standing in the captain's quarters of the airship Steampunk, one of the two airships that service our community, our underwater community, or partially underwater community. I'm going to change my view for a second. One of the reasons that I'm here is the airship has a book of what's going on in the community. So I'm trying to decide if I should have any more kids, and I don't really have any jobs for them. We have every type of job that there is. We have some, and we have more than one of a lot of different people. And we actually have 3 farmers. We have 6 restaurants. Oi, Mr. Villager. ¿Cómo está você? How are you? I am tudo bem. Obrigado, tudo bem. Mr. Villager is in chat. And as I was saying, Mr. Villager, I'm trying to decide if I should have more people. The only way to have more people would be to actually have, I would like it if the children would stay children longer. If you could make the children grow up, if you wanted them to. Like, a lot of people are just using children to replace the soldiers, to replace people who die. But when you have places that are peaceful, it would be nice to have the children for a while. Oh, I am glad. Mr. Villager is saying that he is fine too. And it would be nice to have children. It would be nice to have an intermediate set of children. And it would be nice to have them at least be able to go to university or something like that. Like to be intermediate kids, between kids and little kids. But right now, we don't need a whole nother set of kids. I don't like having kids like a single kid. That's a lonely life for kids. And I don't want to do that. And so I am actually going to allow 2 more immigrants to come in for the purpose of filling 2 things that we have, 2 places. We need another assistant cook. And we need, I think we actually need 2 couriers. So that's 3 kids. That would be 3 kids. 3 kids isn't too bad. 3 kids would be okay. I could then make it 4 instead of making it 5. But if I was going to do that, I would like the kids to be a part of new families. I'm reading what Mr. Villager is saying in chat. In Millennium mod, the children only grow with 2 conditions. If they have been grown up to young, and if there's a workshop or house available. Why Minecolonies can't be in this way? Yeah, I know. I would actually like that intermediate step. I would like there to be the little kids that go to school. I would like it to be that they don't grow up unless you make them, unless they have certain.
Can I help you?
Certain things happen, and but everyone wants them to grow up super fast so they can take the place of people who have died in battles. And that's primarily why they don't. That's primarily why most people most of the players don't really care about the kids being little kids. But when you have a community like the ones
Can I
that
help
you
you?
and I have, Mr. Villager, I like to see them playing. I like to see them learn. I like to see them, running around. It's just really nice. I like it. But that is not the way it is right now. However, based on the fact that, let me check here, because based on the fact that I need 3 people, I might have 3 kids come in, because 3 kids is a family, essentially. They would be very close to each other. They would go to school together. And yeah, and it wouldn't be lonely. 2 kids, I just think that, I guess it would be okay, but I think 3 would be better. And so let me look. I'm going to look right quick to see, if I'm not mistaken,
More work?
if Bjorn gets his wish and does not, and becomes a guard, which is what he wants to become, then, like his grandfather, then we would need, oops, wrong place. I need to go to the courier's office. Then I think we would need someone to replace Bjorn, and we'd need someone, so who's here? Bjorn's here, so that's 1. And I think we don't have, Kingston is here. Callan is here. See, it's just 1 person. It's just to replace Bjorn. Bjorn is going to be the guardian that is going to go to this tower down here. We have a guardian's tower down here that I don't think anyone's in, but I'm going to check and see right now. I think Paisley, yeah, this is where Everly was, and she is, she hasn't been replaced. So Bjorn is going to take over this tower, which is still a level 3. So we have 2 level 3 guard towers, and that is what Jania and Malaya, those are some of the next things that Jania and Malaya are going to be working on. Malaya's working on this. Malaya's working on this smeltery to bring it up to a level 5, and I want to see why she's not. And then I'm having the thing that happens sometimes where it seems like the couriers are behind. So I want to see what's going on here. Hi, Skip. I thought you got some of this. Cancel. I'm going to cancel this out for a minute, all of it. And let's look here and let's see what it says. Nope, it says you need every single one of those pieces. All right, so she's going to ask for those again, and we'll see what happens. She says, I'm going to come back in a minute because she doesn't have what she needs. And we'll see. Depending on what the women in the village drink, their chances of having sons is more higher. In what game? In Millionaire? Is that what it's called? Millionaire? Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know how I feel about that one. Because that means that they can... Ooh! Look what happened here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is Jania working on a level 3 guard tower. She's making it a level 4. Look at this. Wow. This is looking gorgeous. That is gorgeous. So yeah, this is Marcel's tower right here. And we're looking at it coming in right now. Oh my gosh. You think it's a mod I would like? Yeah, I think it sounds like it. It sounds like it would be. an interesting mod. It does. I've done other mods besides Minecolonies. I've done Techtopia, other building mods. Isn't that beautiful? And look what it looks like from the hallway. Look, you can see it. That is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, that is so pretty. So yeah, so this is the level going up to the level 4 of the one of the 2 types of guard towers. I have not made this guard tower up to this level before. I have the other guard tower up to level 5, but not this one. And the other guard tower, I have one made already, and I have another one down here eventually. All right, so what am I thinking? So yeah, nah, I think I'm just going to bring in, it would be nice to have, why don't we do that? We'll just bring in 3 kids. We'll bring 3 kids in, and we'll see who their parents are going to be, and that's going to take some time. Techtopia is nice. Was the second village mod that you did. Oh, yeah. And the people say Minecolonies and our arch enemies? Millionaire? I've never heard of millionaire. That's interesting. That is interesting that they would say that. I'm curious. I'm curious. So let's do this. Let's say we're going to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to let the kids decide who's going to come in. And let's see if we get any kids who are actually belong to this community, or if they're all going to be orphans. Let's come here to settings. Let's look here. Yep. And let's go here. Let's begin. Ready? This is what we're going to do today. To start, we're going to turn kids on. And I should have a paper. I do have a paper and a pen, just so that I can keep track. The colonists, there's our first one. It's a Goodwin, and we have Goodwins here. So there's one. That is quite a name on that child. Goodwin. Twin. Let's see the next child. Let's look here. There's a second child, is another Goodwin. So there is a set of twins to this, Aries and the Frida child. And we're going to get one more kid. And the last kid, should I get 4? Maybe I'll get 4 since I have twins. There, what? I have triplets. Okay, we're done. Off. I have triplets. What in the world? Kids will be born. Okay, kids is turned off. Let's go to people, and let's look for the Goodwin family for a minute. There is Aries. Let's look. I got to find a parent. There's Good Luck. There's Carson. All right, now I need to look at my own pieces back here. Let's look here. Do I actually not have any up? I do not. Let's come here. Let's come to here. I have to find my pages for a second and look for the kids. Recent. And so let's get the children for Seabridge. Let's open that. And let's look at them for a minute. Both have been created in the most In the most oldest Minecraft versions, both are village managing mods, so I think this theory makes sense. Why should they be arch enemies? They could just be friends. The devs said that they are updating the mod to 1.16, but second, then basically looks like they will have to remake the entire mod again. Ah, the millenniaire or the millionaire mod, and there's a dev with a channel here on YouTube. He's developed the Inuit culture, and I must say he did a nice job. I wonder if that's that one that was called Life or something that had these wonderful villages, but they were more like villagers than they were like mine colonies or millionaire. But let me continue for a minute. I've got a good win. I thought I had a good win here. So I'm looking to see if I can find a good win here in any way. There's Jerome Goodwin. Jerome. Oh, so Jerome is actually a good win. Jerome is with Damon, but their kid is Kingston. Kingston, if I'm not mistaken, is their king. Kingston king is their kid. Kingston Maximus Gooseborn is their kid, and these kids are his. With whom? Who did he have these kids with? That's what we're going to find out right now. But the first thing I have to do as a part of this is one thing right now. Let's go downstairs. Let's cross over that again. Let's go down to the level where the children's school is, and that is where we're going to put a house for these kids. They're probably in the tavern right now, so we're going to move them into a house all the way down here at the bottom of the stairwell. This is a very safe place for them to be. Is there anyone in this house? Houston and Helen are here. And let's take that door. I thought one of these was empty. So let's see. This is Derek and his kid. Let's come over here. I'm going to quickly check and see. I thought one of these was actually empty. Oh no! Look at this. Wait. Kingston and Camilla had Mallory. These are Mallory's kids. And Mallory, so Kingston, Camilla, there's too many. Kingston, Camilla, and there are 3 kids. So that's going to be too much. They would have to move out and let Mallory, and who did Mallory? Remember that Mallory was seen with someone. She was seen visiting, do I have it? I was almost positive that we saw Mallory visiting one of the guys, but I don't have it. She's with Wallace right now. Was she just having a fling with that other guy? Was she just going out with him, but she doesn't really want to be with him? Because now, remember the last time we saw her, she was with Wallace, and she and Wallace. So this is going to be interesting. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a hard thing. It would mean that Wallace and Mallory would be commuting from here for their kid. I don't want them to do that. So let me quickly enroll these kids in school, first of all. And then I'm going to go upstairs and see if I can find a happy medium house for these triplets to be into. So let's manage workers. Let's go to pupils and let's get Aries. Let's get Carson and let's get, her name is Frida Swidey. And I know there's a way to pronounce that name. It's not pronounced like that, but I forgot how it's pronounced, and Vincentius is in his game. But Jillian is waiting for them to come downstairs. They're going to come down. There's Aries. There's Aries, and there is Carson. And where's the little one? There she is. We can call her Frida for right now until we figure out how to say her name. But there's the triplets, and their parents are Wallace and Wallace and Mallory. So Wallace and Mallory run the restaurant all the way upstairs. But if we wanted to, we could maybe put them in this house. Let's see here. This would be a happy medium for them. And it's the house that they're in. So let's move Case's partner is one of the scientists. Oh no, Case lost his partner. Case's partner was Everly. And who else is living in the granny apartment here? Let's see who it is. It's Vivian and Case, and they have to live here. They have to live here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move Case's, this can hold 5 people. So let's manage housing and let's have Case not be here. All 3 kids live here. And now let's find Wallace and let's find Mallory, because they're the 2 who need to come and live here with their kids. So let's look. I hope I'm not passing them. They should be far away because there's Wallace. So we'll assign Wallace here. Right now, yeah, that's not too bad. 113 isn't too bad for the both of them. So they're going to live here with their kids. The granny apartment is going to be Case and Vivian. Hold on for a second. Let me look here. So we have 1, 2, and the kids can be here. Why the... hold on for a second. I'm looking to see what it says, what's going on in chat for a minute. Actually, we have 7 official cultures: the Normans, the Indians, the Mayans, the Japanese, the Byzantines, your favorite for now, and the Inuits and the Seljuk Turks. Nice. And the mod for now is only working for a max version of 1.12. Ah, yes, yes. And family trees wasn't hard to understand. Yeah. So why the Vince voice is so familiar to you? You really feel as if you've already heard his voice in somewhere every time he says something. That's a good question. That is it. A good question. I wish I could get him to be here more often, because I like his voice too. But yes, okay, so these new kids, that was easy. So for the time being, Mallory and Wallace will be commuting from here, from this house. And I need Case, who lost his partner. I need him to have a place. Let me see how many apartments there are here. The baker's here. The stonemason is here. Let's come here and look. And let's see. I know there's an apartment here. I want to see how many singles there are. This is not a single. Let's close that. Let's go upstairs and see if there's a single. There's 2 apartments and they're already taken. And this is a single. Good. So Case, who is the industrial Fletcher, he can come down here and be and live in this apartment building right here. And that will do. Mixasa, salut, salut. The Minecraft Vanilla deep oceans are only 30 blocks in depth. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's come here and let's manage housing and let's have Case move in. So Case is not interested in having a partner anytime soon. The person he was in love with actually passed away from injuries and from drowning, didn't she? And so at this time he doesn't. They had children, Case and Everly. They had a set of kids that Everly found. They were orphans, and Everly brought them in. Comment ça va? Comment ça va, Mixasa? How are you doing? And so now that means that Case is just going to spend some time. There he is. He's just happy working in his workshop and doing industrial work. His workshop is only a level 3, so this is one of the things that we can do is bring this back and do that. Your life was a... Whoa! Quick, let me find... Whoa! Somebody's finished building, and so there are fireworks and thunderstorm. Let's quickly run out here and jump off the edge, and let's go to our little house for a second. Getting struck by lightning, and we're going to swim very quickly. There we go. We're going to swim around here to our little house, and we're going to go off to sleep. It is a thunderstorm, so we have our bed here. Wow, that is just serious. And let's go to sleep. There we are. And there's our 3 kids, our triplets, and Mallory. Wow. So we're going to put our bed back. So that made it easy. We got our 3 kids without it being a real, without a lot of moving people around. Mallory and Wallace, it was easy to find them a place. I'm good, Mixasa. I actually am good. I was trying to figure out whether I was going to let some immigrants come in or actually have some children I only need 2 more people. So that's the thing. The RNG told you that you have to you have to work on the Fletcher now. And I have no idea for it. Oh, interesting. The Fletcher. That's a curious thing. So in this world, Mixasa and Matlam are working on a new style, and they need a Fletcher. First of all, you're in the mountains, so there are sheep and goats. You're in the mountains as far as the Fletcher being someone who makes fabric, who makes the carpets, who makes bedding, who does all that kind of thing. It would be interesting to make it, that would be curious. That's kind of a hard thing, because you still, in most Fletcheries, have to have some place for bows and arrows. You managed to get away from that in this Fletchery, which was good. This is a Fletcher here. This is the underwater base, but this is only a level 3 also. I somehow have missed. I have missed these. These are all level 3s. I have 2 of these and both of them are level 3s. This is Aria having this level 3 here. And what are you planning for this? Is it going to be an underwater? No, it's not. It's not. So this one is a furniture store. It's obvious that this is a furniture store and I really like it. Maybe I wonder if I could make it a loom contraption. Ooh. Many, many years ago in New York City, the Burlington Corporation, which is the Burlington Coat Factory and Burlington Mills, they had a building downtown in New York, and that building was actually the building. It was right near Ziegfeld. It was right in a really interesting part of the city, and so they made this little sort of Disney-like thing where you got on a moving walkway, and it walked you through the making of fabric from the sheep being in the field to cutting to the houses where they take the wool off of the sheep, to that, and then they got into the manufacturing, and they wanted to show the modern looming methods. So they showed you modern looming, modern thread making, modern fabric making, and it was like a Disney ride or something, and it was in downtown Manhattan. It was really interesting, but then the Burlington Mills didn't stay in that building and eventually went away. But at the time, it was a really fascinating thing. So I could imagine that, especially because you're in the mountains. That's one of the things that people think about is actually making fabric, like the Incans, there are a couple of different types of fabrics that are done in South America in the mountains, where they have llamas and they do that. And aren't there llamas in the game? So even though technically you can't use that fabric, it would be curious to suggest that in fact that was what was going on. That would be curious. That would be curious. But Mr. Villager and I are only offering an idea, just because you brought it up. Whatever you end up doing is going to be really cool, because you always end up doing something really cool. So yeah, but that sounds nice, what you're talking about, because what did they do? Didn't they have like larger looming? I know with printers, like with the printer industry, when printers were big, huge machines, but weren't looms big, huge machines at some sort at one time? And how would that be like? Or at least in the middle stages or something. That would be curious. So yeah. So this is what I'm doing while I'm talking. This is the part of this. I would like it to look like it was carved out of one of these, that we took one of these and carved the planetarium out of it. And so we're building up the sides, but the sides are too narrow. So I think I'm going to have to bring up maybe this side. I think I'll bring this side up more to match that side over there. But yeah, that does sound really interesting. A 17th, 18th century loom contraption. Cool. And I don't know. I know goats. I know there are some mods that have goats, but are goats in actual Minecraft or are they only in mods? Because I know that there are goats in some, but llamas is enough. Sheep and llamas are actually enough for the wool and for having the Fletcher be that kind of Fletcher, and that is pretty cool. So yeah, so we were just doing this while we were talking about that. Let's go back because there's a couple things going on. So just after the kids, there it is, Jania finished the level 4 of that guard tower, and oh my gosh, Mr. Villager, it wasn't even finished when we saw it. Let's go down and look at it, because man, that was beautiful. We're going to have a level 4 of this guard tower. This is the one that is the one that we hadn't finished yet. And there it is. Ooh, and Janie is still here. Look at this. This is stunning. This is absolutely stunning, Jania. Good job. Look at this. I love this. Now, of course, Chroma Hills makes it that the glass is all reinforced leaded glass. So when this is a level 5, we might clear some of these glass, make clear glass so they can see out, and that will be really cool. But look at this, or we might not. They don't seem to be interested necessarily in looking out. They can see up, and they can actually see the arches from here. Wow. That is what they're looking at on the inside. That is perfect. Let's have, this is level 4. You could add fishes into the floor, or maybe that's level 5. Yes, it's level 5 where there's things in the floor. I can't wait. So since I can't wait, let's have Jania finish this. So let's look and see. We should see fishies. Oh, I can add them is what you're saying. They're not actually included in the build, but they can be added. Okay, then that's what we'll do because that looks good. That looks like a good thing. Upgrade the building. So Jania is going to get started on upgrading this. She's going to have to order a whole bunch of things, and that's going to take her a little bit of time. So we'll let her work on that. Let's go down and check on our kids for a second. Our kids should be in school. We're going to go down and see the triplets. They should, oh, there's Jillian. Nope, everyone's going home. I recognize that walk. Everyone's going home to their housing, and that means that the kids are going home to their house, and I'm going up to their house now and see how they're doing. So this is their home right here. Case moved out, even though his parents still live here. He moved out, and here's one of the kids. Carson's sleeping downstairs on the couch. And let's see upstairs. Here is, oh, the 2 other kids are in the big bed. Of course they are. And here come the parents. And there's Mallory, and here comes Wallace. And there they are. So that is our family right there. Level 5 is, the floor in level 5 is a fish tank. Excellent. Excellent. Speaking of fish tanks, we still have our fish. Yay! We still have our fish in this fish tank, and that worked really nice. And that is so cool. So the kids are there, and now when the kids grow up, they're going to go to university, and there's plenty of room at the university for them. So the other thing that happened, let me see who else is working. So Jania finished. Benedict finished working on the Forester. Let's go check on the Forester's building, which is past the sawmill. This is a level 5. This is a level 5 sawmill. This is Max sawmill right here. And the reason that Benedict was working on the sawmill was because there was a submarine attached to it. And so we're going to go down. This is the Fletcher. So we have these three together. We have the sawmill, we have the Fletcher, and we have the Forester right here. Why is Wallace didn't take off his uniform? Yeah, it's interesting because they usually do, the restaurant people. That's curious that he didn't. I agree. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is really cool. So this is a platform that I'm going to have to go out and see what happens with this platform. Obviously, it fits down into the floor when it comes down. Let's go out and let's look at the submarine. We're going to cut through the Fletcher shop and cut through the carpentry shop to this hallway, which goes through the smeltery and past the other smelteries, the glass and stone. And then here is an airlock right here. And yeah, because the women take off their aprons when it's time. And I thought that they did too. I thought they took off their things when it was time, that the chef took off his hat and everything, but he definitely didn't. So let's come over here and let's look. And so this is it right here. This is the sawmill, and the sawmill we see actually has, let's look up. The arch is there, but they still can get some sun at certain times of the year. See where the moon is. So at certain times of the year, they do get sun. Let me see if this is a better location for it. I don't think it makes a difference with this. I think maybe there should, for our instance, that there should maybe be panels on both sides. Those kind of panels on both sides because of the location of the arches here. So we might put extra panels on the roof of that. That would probably be good. This looks like it right here. And this is the Forester. This is the Forester. And I believe that this is a level 5. Wow, look at that. I love it. Look at this. So we have the crane loading wood onto the cargo barge. So there's a lumber barge there. And then this is our little sub. And I should have checked to see what size this was. So yeah. So there isn't anything underneath. So it's interesting. I'll have to see what it says, what it looks like, where this is. Is this sliding out from underneath? Is something opening up here? That's the thing that I don't see for sure. There is no door under the Forester. Okay. All right. And so, yeah. So, there is some way that they're getting it out. And what we're going to say for the time being is that this area over here, that something about this area opens up, that maybe this whole thing raises up. That would be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? Of course, you could enter this mini sub too. Yes. I think this is the level 5 of this, and let's go into the sub for a second. And let's come down, and there we are. And this is one of the subs that we are going to have the front pieces be made out of out of glass that isn't leaded. So that's something we're actually going to have to fix. So let me make sure, let me see if this is level 4 or level 5. The size of this, yes, it is. It's adorable. It's just meant to be like a single person sub. And I'm looking at those pieces and they are all shingle. So we'll have to do that kind of shingle. Let me check here. We're going to go back over here and go into the Forester again for a second and look at some things for just a minute. And let's figure out how we can do that. So this is the glass shop right here. It's a level 5. It is the level 5. Okay. It's just a bit claustrophobic. Well, it's actually like a skin, you probably haven't seen, but skin divers, they have little contraptions, little subs, and that's what it looks like. It actually looks like it's meant for a skin diver to be in, and so that they're not kicking with their feet, and that's what it looks like. So this fits down into the floor. Wouldn't it be neat if it looked like that came over to here and that this opened up? That would be interesting because see, the wood is sitting right out there. That would be very curious, and it's already set up that we could make it look like this whole wall here opened up. Because how is she? How are they getting the wood? But that doesn't make sense, actually. This would be just for samples of wood, maybe, that she has in here, like some things that she has to finish or something like that. In actuality, that's not where the opening should be. The opening should be here, so that when she cuts the wood from here, someplace here would have an opening that goes out to the sub and to that crane area. And see where we are right here? So it would almost seem like in this building somewhere that there would be a crane or something to so that they could get the wood to be moved. Good, we've got a tree. And this is oak, of course, and our birch. But wow, okay. So yeah, so that would be interesting. So see right here, we have this. So if this was right here, we're right here. This is perfect. Look where we are. You're not sure what your idea was at the time? It's okay. It's an interesting thing to see as far as the community is concerned. Are you seeing this door blocked by glass? Why not make it an extra loading platform like the Nethermine one? I think this right here, it just so happens that we have this doorway right here out of the hall. And so all we would really need to do is have a contraption on this, right here somewhere to raise the logs up and bring them over to this. So there's enough room for the logs to come down here. And based on how short they're cut, you see how short they're cut? They could actually come through something right here. We could actually make this one wider on this side and one wider on this side, and that would actually make a place for them to come out. And so let me see just for a second. So it would be, so it would be like this part right here. I'm just putting in glass for a minute because I'm just thinking about it. So this would be the place where the glass, where it would come out. Now this one wouldn't have to be here, but we would want one of these. Let's put one of these there. Can I? Yes. Can I put one here? Yes. Let's put that there. So then this is obviously a door that opens and closes. Oops. I hit that by mistake. I was actually going to hit this one. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was so close. Let's do this. Thank goodness. I shouldn't be doing this. Where is she? Is she going to come back up? I have to watch for them. So let's do this super quick. So there. Okay. So, yep, there she is. So this is actually how they get the wood out. So the wood, there's some contraption that they're using, and we could actually make some kind of crane. We could use Mixasa and Matlom's vision and make some kind of crane piece that is above this walkway here. And that crane piece would then be used to raise the logs from right down here. So the logs would be lined up right along here and would be lifted up right here to this doorway. And then they would be pulled out into here. I'm going to say that works. I'm going to say that works. I think that works. So now all we have to do is build a crane to do that. So yeah, I think we can use that crane. See the heavier wood crane? Look at what they look like. They look really good. So we could use a crane like that. And that crane is loading from this back piece here. Now she can see the loading here. It would seem like there would be a little bit more of a wall. I would almost want this to open up. I almost would want this side to open up too. Now is this glass? It is glass. Let me get some clear from here. Let's get this for a minute. This is interesting. So let's say that this also opened up. This right here, right along here. And if it did, does it need to be bigger than this? I don't think this one needs to be bigger. I think this one is okay being this size. Oops, did we wash something away? Let's look and see. Did we wash anything away? No, good. And let's do this one and this one. So this is another one that opens up. And so underneath here, right where this is, let's put flooring. Let's have the flooring go all the way out right here underneath this, because that's part of the building right there. And then it goes out. So if she wanted to, she could go out here as well. And so how would this open without a whole bunch of water getting in? How would either of these open without a whole bunch of water getting in? I haven't thought about that. I didn't think about that. What would they have to have? They'd have to have some kind of contraption in front of them to make some kind of airlock, wouldn't they? They would, both of them. They'd have to have at least some piece that would make an airlock, that would sort of suggest that there's some kind of airlock there, that the water isn't getting in while things are being moved. Let's go out. Let's go out here. Get ready. We're going to open this up for a second. What could I put in? I don't think there are any garage doors. There are. Macaw has garage doors. Oh my gosh. What do they look like? Let me see what they look like. What does that mean? What is that? How do you get these to work? Can you get them to work? Do they have to be in something? I don't know how those work. Isn't that curious? Macaw's has garage doors. Let's do this. Let's see what happens if we do this. Why is that different on the bottom one? Isn't that interesting? Huh. Let's bring this up. And did that come in on that side? It sure did. Something about that. What, Tinsley? What is it that you're trying to tell me? You can't go that way if that's what you were going to do. Oh, she recognized this as a door. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Okay, let me do this for a second. Let's put this here. I'm not sure I can have a door because see what just happened there? I'm not sure that I can have a door here because Tinsley was trying to come out this way. And now I've done it. I've made a clean spot. Okay, let's take these out and put in windows. Put the windows back in right here. Is there a window there? It's acting like there's a window there, but there's this, that's why. And let's take this. Where am I getting that from? Ah, okay, let's take these two out and put these in. And right here where that is, let's take this and put one of those in. I think it's waterlogged now. I think I waterlogged that part. Let's put this in right here. And there we go. All right. Yeah, I can't put those in because did you see what she was trying to do? She was trying to, you don't think it's a good idea, but this needs to be activated by a lever. I don't think it's going to work even like that. Anything that actually is a door is going to, you think that the Macaw garage door work with a remote in the Macaw mod too. Yeah, I think so too. I think that she recognized that as a door and she was trying to use it. And I don't want that. So I'm going to just suggest that these raise up in a certain way that allows for the wood to come out. The wood to come out in that section. Let's do that here. We're going to do the same thing here and put these in so that it's obvious that it's open, so that it's obvious these things open up and are part of some sort of thing where they go out. I don't want to use those. I'm afraid that Minecolonies team has not hasn't provided for that and that they will think those are doors they can use because that's what she was doing. She was going for the door, and so that means it registers as a door, and it's like, nope, we're not going to be able to do it that way. We're just going to have to suggest that these glass pieces rise up and down, and then all we have to do is build the crane on top of this in order to suggest that there is a way that they are raising the logs from down here up. And we could even have a log like right across here with the crane raising it up, and that would work on that side. Look how close the water is here, because these are panels in this section right there. So yeah, but those are panels in that section right there. So we might put the crane through that window. No, it would be better if it was on top, but how would we make it waterproof? Well, that's what we're going to see with the other airlocks. But yes, all right, hold on for just a second. I am actually, where can I go? Let's see what time of day it is. It is nighttime, and I'm going to go downstairs for a minute. What I have on is way too hot for the room that I'm in, and I'm going to have to do something about that for a second, which means taking off my my earbuds, and doing something. Hold on for a second. I was trying to see if there was some place, but it's nighttime, so everyone is sleeping. However, what I think I'll do is go down to the school so that when day comes, we'll see the kids. The kids are going to come down those stairs and come to school, and Jillian is going to come from here. Jillian lives with Benedict behind Benedict's shop right here. They moved into this building specifically because they both work right here. So there's Kimberly, who is first guard. So hold on for a second. Way too hot. I'm so hot. Gosh. I can't wear any of this. All right. Okay. Oopie doopie. That was quick. All right. Okie dokie. So, McSassa saying, oh, so that was the problem that McSassa mentioned. Yes. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Yeah, that it's a door that works. And yeah, nah, can't do that. Okay, it's a little too early. What time of day? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, 4, 5. Wow, that looks like it's moving really fast. Oh, it's just after midnight. That's not 3 o'clock, that's midnight. The time is different on journey maps than it is on zeros, and I haven't gotten used to it yet. It's midnight, and I want to look and see. So now Benedict is not working on that, which means that Benedict is going to start working on the other submarine. But the submarine that Benedict is going to be working on is the Nether submarine. So Benedict is going to complete the Nether mine, and the Nether mine is down this way. It sounds like a lot of cows. Did you see that? Did I just jump? That was very curious. Do we have a lot of cows? Nah, we don't. Oh, good. It's working perfectly. Yay, good. We don't have a lot of cows, and so that is good. Or sheep, or chickens. They're all sharing that space very nicely. So let's go down to the Nether mine. where, who's our child? We have an ambassador who is, what is her name? I'm going to have to look for her name for a minute. Is it Liana? I think it is Liana. Liana, who is Dax and Piper's kid. Dax and Piper are researchers, and Liana has become, the ambassador to the Nether. So she is the one who arranges for Nether materials to be imported from the Nether by arranging relationships with the creatures who live in the Nether, the inhabitants of the Nether. And this is the beginning of the submarine right here, the Nether sub. And Benedict, who is a sub builder, is going to build this submarine too. Look at that. Is that a cool idea? It's a hovercraft that's meant to hover over the Nether fields, the lava fields, and also to be able to pass through this monster Nether portal. And look at that. So let's go inside, and this is a level 4, and we're going to go inside and have Benedict start working on the level 5 of this. So the build options, the builder is Benedict. Upgrade the building. So he's going to complete the submarine as well as finishing off whatever else is needed in this building, in the same way that he did with the mechanic shop. This is where the crane is operated from, and when we're done, we are going to change this window to be clear glass. Since these are not clear because of Chroma Hills, we have to change them into clear glass like we have here. So what we would do is just take the glass out the way we're doing right here to make it so that they can see out the window in that section. So in that specific section there upstairs, we could either take out just the bottom portion so that she could see, but I think she needs to see the whole thing. So that would be good. So I'm just reading. It's hilarious as Brazilians believe that boom boom in English is good. Oh. Well, in a way it is, because it's usually bum-bums or candy. So, yeah, it's good in that respect. So, we have Benedict getting ready to start working on this. We're looking at this hall. I don't want to do anything yet until I'm sure what we're going to do. Probably in here we'll put in some grow beds for some nether plants, and I think that will be actually really good. And as a matter of fact, why don't we do that right now? I'm going to break some glass here. We're going to take the glass out of here. I think I have some glass pieces. No! No! Oh no! Ermias died! Oh my gosh! No! Oh, how did it happen? No! Look at that! 2 people have died. A courier? Something's happened. No! 2 people have died. All right, I'm going to go and see where they died. Oh no, I bet putting in that door caused them to think that there was a door there. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. Let me see where the location is. Let me see this. It's saying 1275. 1275. 591493. Let me see where that is. 1275. Let me see where this is. 1299. No. 1275. 1275 is over here. 1275. Oh, it is. Let's come this way. 1275 is over in that direction. What is in that direction? That's what I'm going to check right now. So this is one of the farms going that way. 1275 is going this way. 75. 1275 is here. Here. And this is 52, and it's saying 59. But the other one is 1493. 1493. Let me see. 93. So 1493 is that way. 1493 is this way. What are they trying to do? Where were they trying to go? 1493. Let me look at something here. Let's go to the fitness center for a minute. 14. No, we're going away from it. 1493. And now we're not in 1275. That looks like they were... That's impossible. It means that Ermias is nowhere near where he is supposed to. It's better to do it outside for a minute. Let's see if I can see. 1275. This is 46. 1275 is here. And then 14. Oh, did I just pass stuff? 1493. 1275. 1275. 7675. 1490? 1493. 1493 is 1493. God, blast it. This is 1489 right here. 1493 is somewhere here. How? They tried to do something. 1275 is right here. They live here. Wait, aren't Ermias and Amber? Hold on for a second. Let me look at something. I'm going in here for a minute. Let me go in here because if I'm not mistaken, Ermias and Amber live here. So what's happened? Let me look here. Let me look here. This is Arya and Cain. Let me go upstairs for a minute. Let's look up here because I'm almost positive that they, oh, this is the separate one over here. Let me look here. There's nobody here. These are all apartments up here. I don't understand. Let's come here and look. Let's see. This is Malaya and Russell right here. They don't live here. What were the two of them doing in this area here? 275, 1470, it's 1275, which is right here, and then 14 is back here. 1493 is back. 1493 is, oh God, don't tell me that. There's something going on, and it's the guard tower. The guard tower is new. Hi, you're grown up, aren't you? That's one of our kids. Something happened here. This is it. 275 is this way, but there's no doors here. They shouldn't be teleporting anywhere because there are no doors in this building. This is the only door in this building. This area back here is not the hallway. What are the vertical coordinates? Oh, 59. This is 47. Here's the coordinates. 59 for both of them, practically in the same spot. Both of them died. Where I am is 47. 59 is... Let me see something for a minute. 47, 50, 59 is above this. Hold on a minute. Let me go up here. Let me find a 59, 52, 55, 57. So 59 is right here. Right here on the outside. Let me go outside. I've got to figure out, I just lost two people, not one, two in the exact same location. So that's pretty serious. Let's go out for a second and let's go to 59 for a minute. It says it is 59. Ermias, Amber I can understand. But I don't understand what Ermias was doing over here. This is 59, 58, 59, right here. What do I have in this area? I have the hospital, minus 275, 1493. It's on the other side of this building. If something happened right here. Minus 257, 275 is over here. 275 is over here. This is the university area. 270. Whenever I do this, I end up out here. 275. We have people out here. We have people here. Okay, wait. $275 is way out here. I don't have anything out here. They got trapped under something. That's what I need to find out what it was that they got trapped under. $275. over here. This isn't doing it. 275 this way. I know, I'm sorry. I'm bad with, there it is. 275. God. $14.93. So this is 275, and this is going towards $14.93. So this is 275, and $14.93. 275 and $14.93. I keep coming back to this. And it's 57, it said. 59 is what it said. 59. This is 59 would be here. So why didn't they float to the top? What did they get stuck under? Did they get stuck under these? Did they get stuck under here? 91, 92. No, 93 is here. 93 is here. Are you sure they didn't live in the residence just below? That's what I thought. I thought they lived here, and that would make sense of why it happened. But I just checked the apartments, and there isn't any place for them to have been in this apartment. Ermias and Amber are a couple, actually, and it's like they both died. And what it looks like is that, I bet I know. Let me look downstairs for a second. What it looks like is that they teleported from one of the houses, and there was no place to teleport to. Didn't we just see that they were living someplace here? This is Kingston and Camilla. Let me look. Holy good night. Oh my God, no. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. What happened? Who is this? Something broke through. Oh. This is their house. They drowned in their beds. Drat, look at this. This is underneath. Oh, wow. I had no idea. Yes, I did. I knew it was here, but I didn't think it was that deep. Grrr. 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 All right. Well, this is an interesting thing. So it's amazing to me that I have been able to make any of this work, because as a matter of fact, I have done this without having a pre-plan at all. I have put all these buildings where they were without a pre-plan. So what happened was Jania broke through the ceiling of this house and they drowned. That's what happened, because this is their house right here. And last, I had no idea it was that close. I mean, I knew it was close, but I didn't think that they would take off the top of the building, which she just did. She took off the whole top of this upstairs apartment building. There isn't anything I can do about this. What did you say, Mixasa? It's a level 5 residence. Yes. Are you sure they didn't live in the residence just below? And you're absolutely right. They did. I told you that was a fish tank, not a citizen tank. Oh. Oh, man. Wow. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Ah. Drat. Yes, you were right. It is unexpected on me. I have to keep looking at every place every time, just to make sure. Oh my God, poor guys. They died in their sleep. They were sleeping in their house and they died. They died in their sleep. Gosh. I'm upset. God. Both Amber and Ermias, who are parents, Camilla's parents, Amber and Ermias were actual immigrants and they came here. I think Amber was an immigrant. I'm going to look right now and see if she's not one of the kids. No, she actually came in as an immigrant. So their family is Camilla, and Camilla has, oh man, you want to hear something really, really terrible? You want to hear the worst part? You want to hear the worst part? Camilla and Mallory and Wallace are Camilla and Kingston's kids. And no, it wouldn't have saved their life. I was thinking that if I had moved the great-grandparents, Ermias and Kimber and Amber, into the granny apartment, that would have saved their lives, but I wouldn't have. I would have moved the grandparents in. So it wouldn't have saved their lives anyway. Oh my gosh. The kids' great-grandparents just got killed. That's who just got killed. The kids' great-grandparents. Damn. And it was my fault. It was actually my fault. I had that place there for so long with nothing being done to it that I didn't even really bother to check. That's what happened in both times when the housing got destroyed. It was because I had buildings in that were not level 5s for a long time, and then I moved something else, and then I made them level 5s. So Jania will just have to continue working on this. I'm going to have to get Jania. Let me make sure no one else dies. Let's come down here. I don't think anyone else is going to go into this apartment.
Night night.
Yeah, but I'm going to close this apartment up for right now. I'm going to actually, no one lives here. They shouldn't come here.
Bread again? It's
Yeah.
filling, but I'd love me some cake.
You want cake, huh? I'm just going to leave this. I suppose I could close the top, because what I'm concerned about, and this is the concern, is that guardians will come up here. But I don't think they will. They avoid water. They've been trained to avoid water. That's Minecolonies, training them to avoid water. And I think that means that they won't try. What do you think? A placeholder. We could have put a placeholder under the guard tower. Yeah. I don't know now. I thought when I looked at the guard tower that it was sitting right on top of this building, that I was right at the white part. You know how the white outline is? I thought I did it. But when I placed this building, I'm not sure that I definitely checked that guard tower building. I'm not sure that I checked it. What should I do here? I don't want the guardians trying to go upstairs here and die. And I don't think there's any... Oh, yes, I know what I can do. I might as well do that right now. We're going to do this right now. We're going to bring the roof down. It's easy because this roof is, I think, 5 or something up. So the easiest way to do this is to bring this entire thing down. And that way, because I'm concerned about the guards. I'm concerned that the guards are going to come through here and insist on going upstairs because they go everywhere. And so let's close this whole thing right here. So right here, I don't think, yeah. So we need to be underneath this part. So let's close this part up right to here. What's in the way? Me. I'm in the way. So let's do this on the outside right here and get this closed pretty quickly. I know the kids are grown up. I see that, but they're actually grown. Wait, that one's up too high. If I take... So they took this away right here. I need to do it right here. This is where I need to do it. This is the part that they took away. But this is still here. So see, these are still here. So I can do it to this because they didn't take those away. So let's do it to this part right here. Wow. I still am like appalled. But it's my fault, actually. It is in fact my fault. Because this part right here, can I get down here? I can. No. Let's put this here. Let's put these right here. Bulk. I need this to come out right here on this side so that this is coming this way. And take this part and fill it in. Oh my gosh. And you saw that she apparently she was trying to get somewhere and she didn't make it. Let's put, this is the last one right here. Let's put a piece right here. I need this to come out. This is coming out all along this part right here. I'm going to close this whole thing in, but I need this piece to be here. So let's come to here on this side and try and get this one little set right here too. That's this. So let's put this in right there. Let's see if that works. It works, but I think that she's going to take that away. So I'm going to have to put those two pieces right here like this. She's going to take all that other stuff away, I think. I think she is. I don't know, and I don't want to find out. So I'm just bringing the entire roof down for right now to here. I should just go ahead and bring those down too, and I think I will.
Hi.
Who's that? Did you hear that person? Yeah, that's my problem right there. If someone's going to insist that they have to come in here. All right, so that's it right there. Let's take that away. And that, and that. It's going to get dark here. She can take away those blocks if they're in the way, but I know that these aren't. So we'll just, and there it is. Darkness, darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. All right, let's put this here for a minute so that I can see. So what we just did, we just brought down the roof down to here. And this will keep this house safe. Let's take take this. Wow. Could you imagine if kids had lived here? I would be, oh my gosh. I don't think I would have been able to stand it. I don't think so. Oh my goodness. That would have been horrific. So this room here, let's put in some lights. Let's put in some lamps. MP. Let's get, there's turquoise. Let's get the dark oak. Let's get dark oak. That's jungle. Dark oak is up. Is that dark oak? Yeah, it is dark oak. Let's get cyan dark oak and white dark oak. Light gray. There's white oak. I'll just do that for now. Okay, I'm just going to put some lamps in here. Turn that light on. Here, this is not a window. Let me do this here. It can't be a window there. And let's look. We don't have a window there. There are no windows here. There's no light in this room. We could do a lantern. If we take, where can we put this chest? Let's take this out right here. And right where that is, let's put a different lamp, LAMP. Let's put in one of Macaw's lamps. Let's put in a gray one for just a minute right here. And because we can put one of these in, and that'll solve that room for just now. And that's the ceiling right now. And in here, there's no light, so we're going to have to take that away, and we'll put in this light in this room. And I could put a table here. I'm not going to worry about it right now. And in this room, this is not a window. And right here, this is where we need the white light. There we go. I thought I remembered that, and I remembered that clearly. Wow. Well, there we go. You feel you could have put a placeholder under the guard tower, so you're just changing that right now? Okay. Okay, let's take these down, and the house is going to dry out. And do I want to put these back on? I guess I'll put them back on, otherwise the guards are going to have a fit. So we'll put these doors back here. That opens up like that, and that's fine. Okay. All right, and this door is closed. Gosh, thank you, by the way, Mixassa, merci. You were right. They were underneath. And you were absolutely right about that. Jeez. So that is Ermias. Now, the interesting thing is we have the citizen drowned too deep, too far away from the shore to recover their remains. So,
Yes.
Addison. Addison couldn't have recovered them anyway. And that's what happened.
See you tomorrow.
With both of them. That she couldn't recover them. Let's see if I don't think Jillian has any kids left. Let's look here, and let's see if any of the children are left here. Pupils, teacher. Oops. Nope. It says, well, you can't hire them. So all three of them grew up, of course, because they're triplets, and we're going to have to go upstairs and enroll them in university. So they could still live at home for a while, and I think they should, because they just lost their great-grandparents. So I think we're going to have them actually stay at home for right now. But yeah, That is so strange. I thought Merci Mixasa says he's changing that piece in there. I could have sworn that they were right on top of each other, that the white outline was at that place, but maybe I miscalculated, and it is possible that I miscalculated that. Let's have the kids be enrolled at university. So here we are. Let's come here, and here they are. Look at Aries. Aries has athletics, adaptability. I think Aries is going to be the, we need 2 people to replace, and there's Friday. Friday is going to also, both of them are going to end up being working at the logistics. They're going to be logistics workers. And then Carson, let me look at Carson. Carson's adaptability is the lowest, but what else does he have? Does he have, his creativity is looks like it's up. And that would be good in regards to the fact that we still needed a chef. And so Mallory and Wallace are actually chefs. So their kids going into logistics makes sense. And then having one of their kids be a chef would actually be fine. So for now, though, they're going to be at university. And they're going to live at home for a while. And we will see about that. So yeah. Oh my, lions and tigers and bears. No. So we do not have a plantation worker, and as well, one of our farmers is going to have to take over the plantation, or we'll have one of the kids take over. And Carson, we have plenty of chefs. We don't have a lot of plantation people. I could have Jacob. Let me look at young Jacob. So we have 2 Jacobs. Young Jacob, I think, is, let's look and see, is Case and Everly's kid, and I know that he had kids. And Zia is his partner, so he really needs to stay where he is. Let me look for just a second at Aaliyah, and let me see, first of all, if she has any kids yet. Yeah, Aaliyah and Alessandro. Okay, so I actually need a dedicated person. I'm going to import someone I need a scientist, and I need them right away. But before I do, let's go down to the plantation and see if there's anybody who is already here in the community who could take over the plantation, who would like taking over the plantation. Let's see what we can find. So Amber was one of the couriers, so now we're down. We're seriously down couriers. We're down 1 courier. Let's look here. This is Ermias's place here. So Aries and Carson could do it. Aries and Carson could do it, but I think their adaptability, I'm going to check and see. Gemma, and when in case it's not working, you know that even though we brought it up to a level 5 and Addison is there, I might bring Addison down to work in the library with Gemma. That we don't need the we don't need her yet. And she's spending a lot of time by herself, and I think I'd like to do that. Bring her down and let her just work with Gemma and do research on that part. Let's look here. So we have Raylan. Actually, no, let's not do them. Let's just look. So we have Raylan. Raylan, who is, let's look at the people for a second. Raylan is Jacob and Zia's kid. So Jacob is a farmer. Raylan could actually do it. It's just that he doesn't really. We could let him grow into it. His father is a farmer. So why don't we have Raylan? He's a student right now. He's a researcher right now. Why don't we have Raylan take over this? His father's a farmer. His mother is a scientist. She's one of the international scientists. So we're going to have Ray, take over this. And then I'm going to look. Yeah, I think I'm going to have him do it. Let's check for a minute with the couriers and see something for just a second. And let's check and see. Well, that's interesting. Part of the reason that happened is because I have things underneath other things. I have things under and over and around and down, and so sometimes, as we have seen, I have made a critical error, and this time it really was critical. I'm surprised that Sky and Yaz didn't die when their place was flooded, because their place was actually flooded too. This is Kingston here, and this is Callan. And so Bjorn is going to move from this spot, and let's come up here and let's look here. And this is where we're going to, let me look at the kids. So it's agility. So there it is that Carson and Aries have the most agility. And so Carson and Aries are going to be logistics managers, and they're going to be here. Let's have they need to go to university for a while, so we're just going to be short. But I'm going to have, I should have Bjorn start studying to be a guard, but that would only leave 3. That would leave Ray, Kingston, and Callan. I think I am going to, though. So we're going to have Bjorn, now that he does have an actual replacement, we're going to have Bjorn go to the athletic center and study archery, because he is also going to be an archer. We have druids, but we could use the additional archers, and so we're going to assign Bjorn to study with Angel and wait, who is it here? I think it is Angel and Rohan, right? Let's find out. Let's look here. Yep, there's Rohan, there is Angel, and let us go to the end here, and let's have wow, it's so weird. When I thought that it had to do with the guard tower, but it wasn't the way I thought it was, and that was pretty wild. So Bjorn is now going to be here, and you can see he has the ability, and that's why he is going to be here. So Bjorn is now here. Now Bjorn was just, I think, living, let me see if he has any kids for a second. I don't think he does. I know he is a kid. Let me try and see if I see. He's a much older kid. He's from level 2. He was one of the kids. Oh, he's Jillian and Benedict's kid. That's right. And does he have any kids? Bjorn? He does not. Raylan? No, that doesn't. Rylan. I'm looking at Rylan and thinking it's Raylan. Bjorn does not have any kids. Let's make really sure. So there's Chase. Yeah. And Houston. So that's interesting. So that's interesting that Bjorn is going to end up being a guardian right now. Hello, Angel. And here is Rohan. Rohan, where is he? Where's Bjorn? Where is he? Is he taking his time? Did I actually make him? Wait a second. Let's make sure I actually did make him an actual guardian. And there he is. There he is. Look at him. Much happier. Much happier. Much happier to be here. And so he is going to spend time studying archery and getting himself, and Kimberly is going to check on him, and so that'll be good. And Bjorn is actually hi guys, hi Friday. And Aries, where's Carson? There's Carson right there. Okay, and they all want some paper. And let's go, let's do something right now. Let's look here. Remember, we were supposed to be doing something. I'm going to change. And let's go here. Let's go here. And let's go to here. Let's go into our survival. As you are, our survival mode. And I want to go here. And look and see, we were doing something about the plantation. And so let's go into technology, let it grow. So we had crop rotation. So that unlocks one additional field. We had unlocks kelp, seagrass, all that jazz. And then this one unlocks, we need 16 bamboo, 16 cocoa, and 16 vines. I don't think we have any cocoa. Let me check and see. Let's look in the inventory here. We have vines, but we don't have bamboo or cocoa. Look at this. We have hay bales, and I believe those hay bales are for strengthening the civilians. Let me look here. We have resistance and vitality needs golden apples. That's not the one that we were looking at. Let's see. Let's come down here in citizens. Guardian Angel, which requires a town hall level 5. And is 2 stacks, and it is not Guardian Angel 2, which you can only have one of. That gets into the 5s. This one I can do, so let's come over here. I have them, and we'll just take them out of here. That's why they're here. We'll take these from here, and we'll come here, and we'll have them research Archangel. Yes, I know, Kyoshi. You're bored. Okay, well, here's something to work on. Let's look, and let's see where it was again. I think it's down here. There it is. Guardian Angel. And let's have them work on that. So let's go back, and it's going to take them, let's see, it's going to take, that looks like 8 hours.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's going to take 8 hours for them to research. Real time, 8 hours for the research of that. Good gracious. Let's look at studious and scholarly for a second. XP growth. And it requires 12 books, and that increases their XP growth. Diligent. Let's see if we have some books in here. I think we were trying to get some of those things. Look at this. Look at how many books we've got. Let's see what we can do here. So let's come back to here to civilian, and let's look and see. And it's studious, and scholarly, and then reflective, and then academic, I think, is the level 5, the one that you can only have one of, and we're not going to do that. So why don't we do studious? We have enough books, so why don't we do that? And that only takes 2 hours. What is going on with you, Kiyoshi?
If you say so.
You didn't get enough sleep last night. That's what happened. Okay, so we'll put the books back here. And after they get done doing that. Now, why do I have these here? Why do we have iron boots? Let's look and see what else we needed to research for a second. Let's come in here. Band-aids, this is all about people dying, but are people drowned? So they're not like killed on the battlefield or something like that, where you have a chance to reach them before they die. So I'm going to see.
It's filling, but I'd love me some cake.
You would like some cake too? Did you want some cake before, Kiyoshi? Is that what you were asking for the last time? Was it you? Or was it someone else? All right, so let's see what else we have. We're not doing rails. We're not doing vines. We have masks and vaccines. Okay, now she's happy. Circus is about happiness, and it requires 1 cake. And I think I'm going to ask for 1 cake. Wait, I have to do something ahead of time. I saw that. Let's look here. Before I do the cake. Oh yeah. No, it's unlocked. I just need a cake in order to get that one. And then gourmand means that people are fed better. And that requires cookies. So let's get 32 cookies and 1 cake. We're going to order them here. So let's order a cake. C-A-K-E. There's 1. Let's order 1 of these. And then let's order cookies. Cookies. C-O-O-K-I-E. And let's order 64. Let's order 64. Let's order 64 cookies. Request. And that will be that. So there is, cocoa beans. Let's see if we even have any cocoa beans, because that's going to be a problem. If we don't, we're going to have to import some, because we don't have our kid who just became, now granted, he's a grown, he was doing research for a long time, Raylan, who is now our sugar farmer, and we'll see in just a moment if we have any cocoa. C-O-C-O? Nope. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. We're going to have to import that. Let me go down and look at him for a minute. I think that Mixasa was talking about, Mr. Villager asked Mixasa the other day if he was going to add any additional fields to the plantation because of the fact that they can grow these other things now. And at the time, it was about being able to get undersea stuff, but we don't need it for undersea, but we do need it for cocoa. we do need it to grow those kinds of things. So this will be interesting to see. Even here, it's not showing that we've done the field for this. And it's not showing the new fields yet. It's not even showing new fields here. So it's not like there can be some other fields. However, that would be a curious thing. Do we need another farmer? Let's go up for a minute. I want to see something for a second. We're going to go up top and we're going to look at farmers for a second and see what I can find out. Before I do, just for a minute, I'm coming back here. Now, Ermias probably left with his materials. Let's see. Raylan is, I don't think Raylan's asking for anything. If anything, he probably needs an axe or something. There isn't a minimum. You can't have a minimum of something here. And the settings, there are no settings anymore. So, yeah, you didn't do any fields for the new plantation. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to see something for a minute and see what the plantations look like, if anyone's done any of those fields yet, because that's a lot of fields for the plantation to cover. And so let's see, unless you stop growing something, like you stopped growing bamboo or stopped growing cactus and started growing these other things, that's almost the way you'd have to do it. But let's go upstairs for a minute, and I'm going to look at plantations for a second and see what I can see. Oh my gosh, that was just so unfortunate. Oh, I went even higher than I needed to go. Oh, well then, let's go this way then. Let's go through here. And this is the upstairs. This is the waiting room for the airships. So when people have their ticket and they're waiting to get on, they're waiting to board, they come up here and sit while they're waiting. This is the third floor of the town hall. This floor is where they come off of the ship or board the ship right here to go out. And it's also the restaurant floor, so they can come here and sit in these seats and also watch. Or if they don't want to do that, they can come over here and have a little privacy. And then the kitchen, right off of the kitchen, there's this open air balcony here, as well as the open air balcony up here. And so both of these balconies is where they can sit. And this is Briar. Yes, Briar and Derek. This is their restaurant right here. Derek and Briar are partner chefs and partners. And so that's that. Let's go through the ship. We're going to go through the ship for a minute. We're just going to come to this end and rise up. Oh, wait, I can't. I just realized. Yep, that's what I realized. So let's come here. Let's return to my mermaid creative self, and so that I can rise up here. Luckily I didn't jump overboard because I definitely would have gone into the water. So we're going to go all the way up to the top of this arch into the night sky. Look at the new moon. And we're going to come up here. I'm actually curious, Mixasa, if anyone has made any new plantation fields. So here's the build-in tool. Let's come here. So at Emney Island, I have the Incan one. So let's switch. Let's look at Incan first. And let's look here. So the interesting thing about the ones in this area, if I understand correctly, these are Minecolonies. So these will be updated by the Minecolonies team. The ones that are in the styles have to be updated by the creators of those styles. And then there are some in the colonial style, and then like that. So let me see. Colonial has one. So let's look at colonial. And of course colonial has one. It's the last one. It's the last style to be created. So, and sure enough, there are the special fields that they have. So let me look here, and under fields you can have a kelp field, and this is a kelp field in colonial. And let's raise this up and let's look and see what we're looking at. This is complex. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, so that's for growing kelp. We're not going to grow any of those kinds of things. We're underwater, so we don't need any of those. Let's come back to the field. What we need is vines and cocoa, and this is the field that we need. Where in the world can we put this? You know what we'd have to do? We'd have to do another field and then put this inside it. That would be curious. That would indeed be curious. So how does see this right here? So do you have a special person? I see that hut piece. This one has kelp, seagrass, sea pickles, and maybe coral. Yeah, that one, the sea one. But this is the one we need, because you're right, Mixasa, we don't need a sea one. We are at sea. This is the one that we don't have. We need jungle and we need vines. So this is supposed to grow cocoa and vines. So how do you get that attached to something so that they'll work it? Isn't that interesting? So let's look at the plantation. Let's look at the plantation in let's go to horticulture, and there's a plantation. Aha, see that there? So they have a place to add a field right there. And they can add that. They can either add one or the other. It looks like you can only add one field to this. Let's look at the level 5. Yeah, it looks like you can only add the one field. So you can either choose to add switch. So you can either choose to add the bamboo field, the cactus field, glowberry field, sugarcane. It looks like you should be able to add them all. But that vine and cocoa piece is supposed to fit into, that looks too big to fit into that space, but maybe it isn't. Maybe that's just the way it is. That is interesting. Does anyone else? No, you think it's just a field you put in the vicinity, like a classic field for a farmer. And then they can do the field. Ah, So even though the research is under plantation, it actually is just these kinds of fields. We can put this anywhere. And here's an interesting thing. Wouldn't it be interesting to get another arboretum and put that field into it, that field of trees into it, because those trees don't get very high. And that might be really curious. So instead of, we could either use another tree farm and do it, or we could, let me see the size of this field. Let's see if it'll fit in one of these. So let's come here, the colonial, agricultural, the fields, and a vine and cocoa field. And is this, it's only one level. It doesn't have anything else. So this is it right here. So let me look and see how big it is in comparison to this that I'm looking at right now. Because I think I would put it inside this building if it will fit. It won't fit. It won't fit in there. It is too big to go into one of these, just barely. Too big? Let me see if it is. So if it came all the way up to here, you think it's a bit tedious, or design your own. Mixasa is saying it could work, or design your own decoration, but you think it's a bit tedious about the tag you have to put everywhere. Oh, you do? Interesting. Okay, we'll see. Just a second. Is that big enough to put somewhere? See where that is? Let me see on the other side. Oh my gosh, look at that. It fits inside an arboretum. So we could actually have it as a part of the arboretum, as a part of the tree farms, which would make sense because it's trees. We could actually have it, put another arboretum right here. How would we connect it? There's no way to connect it from here. We'd have to have a special, a second walkway out, and we don't have a place. Let's think about that. If Mixasa is saying, if you put this one on your creative world, remove the unwanted block to reduce the size. That's true. I definitely can, because we don't need the fence, so we can bring it in all this fence level, and that'll give us that extra. And then the down level we can take that so that it's only one block, and we could put it in one of these. Yeah, I think so. Now the question is, where do I put one of these? So let me see something. So if this is supposedly what the plantation farmer does, and are you saying you have to tag the plantation farmer in order to get him to work it or something? Let me see what this is. This is one of these. Okay. I'm trying to see what this rock is that's sitting right here. Now we have the entrance for, this is the plantation here. This is this area. Look at this. We could actually have it come off of this area here. Is there any place that it looks like there could be a connection? Not really. But this is where there could be a hallway for another arboretum to be here. It would be down pretty low. And that would be interesting. Let's look at something for a minute. Let's come here. Let's switch. Let's go to underwater base, select. Let's come here. Let's go to fields, I think. Infrastructure, fields. There's the arboretum. I think I'd rather use level 3. I think I'd rather use the arboretum because these are trees and the arboretum is the right size. So the question is, where am I putting it? And let me look here and see where the opening is for this. I'm going to raise this up so I can find the opening. Turn this around. There it is. So the opening's right there. That's the opening on this side. Let's bring it over and let's see. See this right here? This right here. I think we can actually connect it to this right here without it overlapping. So let's see what happens. So the entrance is right here. Let's bring it down. Let's match these two entrances for just a second and see how close it is. So that would be putting it right here and having it be right here. It should be right there like that. Is it over? Oh my gosh, look at this. Whoa. Wow, that's close, isn't that? Look how amazing that is. Whoa. So that will actually fit there. We can actually have the tree farm be there. Then the question would be, it's going to be off of this walkway here. And I'm looking at the walkway floor. I'd have to go in and make sure that the floor is in the right place. But look at where we're talking about. So let me see what we can do here for it. Let's come through. There it is. We're looking for that. And let's come down here and over to here, and let's come up into here. So we're talking about it being off of the hallway right here. So the arboretum would be right here, and sure enough, that's up too high or down too low. Let's see what we're talking about. Let's bring this up. Nope. We need to bring it down. That's it right there. That's the entrance right there. Oop, I moved it back. Let's move it forward and let's move this up to there. So that is at the correct place for it to be. Now with this building, what we have done in the past with this building is we will have her build Malaya or Benedict build the level 3 or the level 2 and 3. Let's see how many we can get in. Let's see what happens if we build the level 1. Let me see what a level 1 looks like. Nope. Yep. Let's see what a level 1 looks like for a second, because I think we're still looking at the level 3 of this right here. Yeah, this is the level 3. So what's the level 1 look like? It looks like this. So we do need to do the level 2, and then they can do the level 3. And I know I have to remove that rock in the center of this, and we'll spend some time doing that. But I do believe I'm going to add this here. So when I add this here, then what I'm going to do is add the field that grows palm trees, which would then give us cocoa beans and vines. I can add that tree to this. This is a level 2 constructed. All right, so this building is here, and I'm going to do it slowly. Yep, here we go. So this is going to be carved out of this rock. So the minute this is done, we will put this rock back on here. Let me get these daggers. Gather up these daggers that are floating up here. And we'll go inside and take off that part. So here is the submarine bay right here. This is another place where we have to do some work on getting this and getting that to be just a little tiny bit more open. But for right now, we're going to go in, and we can go through Jaden's blacksmith for a second. We're going to go through Jaden's blacksmith right over to here. This is our restaurant, our fast food restaurant, and here it is right here. How close is it? There's water. Let's get a sponge, S-P-O, and let's get a sponge, and let's get some sponge. Let's put a sponge right there, and a sponge here. Can I put a sponge right there? Let's put a sponge here. I think this whole thing has to be sponged. Wow, look at this rock! We are going to have to carve this whole thing out of here because that's what we've got. Look at that. Hello, Vincentius. Vincentius Primus, everybody. And Vincentius was telling me the progress he's making for getting the bookcases to actually move on Emney Island, in the enchanting tower on Emney Island, getting those bookcases to move. And here we are. So this is a level, oh, yes.
The mail.
The mail?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right. Okay. He's going to get the mail. I feel safer already. Okay, yeah. So, if you put this one, yes. So, ooh. Remember when you could do like a whole bunch? I know that, in Minecolonies, that the Minecolonies team, when they play, they actually have one of the mods that gives them tools that remove more than one piece of stone at a time, and that's fine. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom of this gravel because I think I can just go ahead and remove it a different way. So see how that's there? I think I can put torches underneath all around here. There's something we might want to have, some of that iron. I think I can put torches all around this bottom part and do the old-fashioned Minecraft way of getting rid of gravel. So we'll do that. Let's count this. This is 1, 2, 3. Oop, I didn't put the torches down yet. Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3 iron. Let's put that there. Let's make this go away. Let's get some torches, T-O-R-C-H. And let's put this here. And then let's do this. So let's come around this whole section right here. We're going to put them all underneath this first layer, outside layer, and then we'll continue and do the other. This is old-fashioned Minecraft, and it used to be fun, and we'll see if it's fun again to try and get all of this gravel to disappear. So there's one line of gravel. And on this side, let's get this line of gravel. And that'll just leave the gravel over there. And we'll put this in. Yeah. So there are some things that, yeah, I could have stuff and things of. So the gravel's toward the middle, so we probably don't need those in some of these spaces. But right here, let's take out this. And we're going to pick it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't we pick out the whole bottom? Oh, and there it is. That's what we were looking for. Let's replace that with this and this. Now, why didn't that fall? Does that not fall anymore? It used to be that when you put those there, let's put them like this first, and then let's do this. It used to be that when they fall, oh good, it still does that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, under here. I thought that was lava for a second, but it's not. It's mushroom lighting in the Arboretum. The Arboretum actually has lights for growing trees. And we'll put that in up here. And then we can have all of these fall in here. So we can have that fall. And these. And there wasn't one there. Nope, there wasn't. And let's put a torch there. And torches. And we'll just keep doing it until we get to the point where that's gone from this part. Okay, and I see it. It's 2 layers. So there's some here, and then there's another set up here. So how thick is it? It might not be worth it, actually, if there's just a small amount. It might not be worth doing. It's fun to do, but it might not be worth it. So there we go. And we'll just take this part off and let all of this fall down. Did I get the number of those ironed pieces? That was 4, wasn't it? 4 extra ones. I think it was. And there we are. Okay. Yeah, I don't know whether it matters. I don't know. Let's do iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that takes care of that. Let's come on this side. We've got this whole section here, so we can take it away. Yeah, and this is my idea of mining. It really is. I can't say that this is the most advantageous way of doing something. It's just kind of the way some people just like to go into the mines and dig forever. This is kind of like my version of that, when I have things like this that are in the world and I have to do something about them. I should have something to talk about when this is going on. I shouldn't I? Because this is what? This is just Minecraft. That's what this is. This is just Minecraft. And yeah, it might not be, it might not make any sense to do that if only one block is going to come down in all of those places. What do we have here? We have copper, and we only have 2. 1, 2 pieces of copper. And we'll do this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. I just realized I'm doing this wrong. Hold on for a minute. The only reason why I'm doing this is so that they can build it. Yeah, let's get 2 pieces of copper. I'm just doing this so that they can build it, because what I could do if they weren't going to build it, what I would end up doing is just going ahead and placing the other plant, the other field right here, and it would get rid of most of this. If I put the other field here, it would get rid of most of this. But in order to put the other field here, this would already have to be a level 3. It would have to be finished in order to do that. So I actually want them to build it. There's not a lot of building left for them to do. So I would rather that they had fun, and that's what I mean, that they have fun doing the work that they like to do. So I think that I'm not going to worry about saving time. I'm just going to start at the top and just take this whole thing away. So I should have a shovel. Let me see what I have here. I don't need to collect gravel, and I'm going to put that there. We have the sponge, we don't need it right now. We're not going to use the torches, and we're holding on to this piece. Let's put this up here. Let's put this here, and let's bring the shovel down. And so we'll do this, and then we'll see how far we get. Where are we? So yeah, so this is one of the things that we're going to do. So that's interesting. So Mixasa is saying that they're going to add something to that guard tower to make it easier to see. But I really don't think that it was, that's very sweet of them to do. I think it was actually my fault though. Is there no light here? There is a little light. Do I want to hang some? Why don't I hang some lights so that it's easier for everyone to see what I'm doing in here? So when I get around to the other side. So Mixasa saw something in what I was talking about that made it that he wanted to correct the style. And this is one of the things about Minecolonies and the people associated with them, including the style designers like Mixasa and Matlam and others, that I just love their love for the game. I just love their love for the way things are supposed to work, and taking the time to think that that's worth it, to look at that and fix that, and that is really cool. And it's just fun. It's just fun playing with the things that they've created, because all of these buildings belong to Matlam and Mixasa. All of the underwater based buildings are part of their style design that was accepted by Minecolonies because it's brilliant, and gorgeous. And Mixasa is saying that his feeling is that some of their buildings are hard to place because they have too much water around them, and that by replacing water by placeholders, players could be more creative building. Oh, interesting. I see that, and he's discovered that because of people building like me, other people building and having problems placing because of the water, that the buildings, the underwater based buildings, have a lot of water as a part of the build, so that they don't have these empty gap places underwater. But some of them might not be necessary, and that's what he's talking about. So that is interesting, yes. And it's possible that that will definitely help a lot of people place the buildings. It definitely will. And so, yeah, that's mostly appreciated. I mean, they want people to enjoy, creating their using their style, and if people get frustrated, that doesn't do anything, you know what I mean? So it's it makes sense that they would, correct things, but you'd be surprised. People, it's hard work, and people have, and these are people who, what are they getting paid? That kind of thing. So when it's that kind of thing where they're just doing it for love of the game, then it's one of those things where you really have to appreciate their dedication to wanting their style to be appreciated by the people who play Minecolonies. And there are plenty of people who love all the different styles, have their favorite styles, and play their favorite styles. Of course, everyone knows this is going to be my favorite style simply because I'm a Mer, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 pieces. We'll add those 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't necessarily collect all the stone to give to the colony, but I do collect the minerals for the colony. I'm not entirely sure. I thought the builders would collect the minerals too. Whoops! But I don't know that they do. So, yeah. I'll have to check and ask about that. So we're down to this point here. Do we have any place where we can put, well, I think we can put it here. Let's put one here on the lower levels. Let's put one on the ground. Can I reach the ground there? No. I think I'll have to hold one in my hand. Let's hold one. Let's see if this works for a little bit. It might be a little, but yes. So we did recover. We did at least find out what was the matter, and it wasn't something, that was going to lead to the deaths of others. It wasn't like something they were doing that would mean that other people would die the same way. That's the thing that I'm always afraid of. Is it something where everyone else is going to try and do the same thing they did and die? And that wasn't what it was, so that was really good. It was something that could be fixed, and we fixed it. So we brought the ceiling down on that building so that that isn't going to be a problem again. So what do I want to do here? I think I'll leave that piece. Let's get the gravel done first. Oh, I don't actually need it. I've got this in my hand. I do see a putty tat. And so let's come here and let's do this. Mr. Villager is, I was going to tell Zaf, but he's not here today, but I was going to tell him. He gave me some videos to look at, and I was going to say that some of them were interesting and to thank him for that. Mr. Villager, I'm learning animals right now, learning a lot of animal names and things in French. What am I learning in French right now? Let me see what it says in Duolingo in my French course. What I'm learning shop for sales and to use the gerund. I'm learning to use grammar, a specific type of grammar, and it is very fun. And to shop for sales, promotions, and so that's some of the words that I'm learning. And one of these days, I hope to be able to encourage Ixasa to talk to me in French when he's talking in chat, because I can read. I actually can read, I just can't talk. Well, I don't remember the words. The English words want to come to my head, and I don't remember the French immediately. When I see it, a lot of times I remember. So by placing water, the placeholders could be more creative. We told them to build in a deep ocean, but players didn't listen to us. French grammar. Yes, very fun. Yes, it is. No, I'm actually enjoying it. I really am. I mean, I'm very much enjoying. I mean, it is a little frustrating, just like all grammar. It's a little frustrating every once in a while where I think I have it, and then there are exceptions. And Duolingo is good about teaching like phrases that you normally use, you know, not just phrases that are grammatically correct. They're very good about teaching phrases the way you actually speak, which is good. And the reason that I'm saying that is because they don't have it anymore, but for a long time they had a comment area where people could comment on the way Duolingo was teaching certain lessons. And in those comments, there was not a lot of pushback about the type of things that are the way that they were teaching. So there it is. I hope that I didn't lose there it is, the controller. There's what I need. For them to be able to build, I need the controller. And then I need them to build this, and then we'll add. So see this right here? See how there's this space underneath this part right here? I think this is where we're going to put the house, under there. So let's look for a second. I'm just going to, now that this is clear on the inside, let's look here. Let's switch packs. Let's go to Colonial for a minute. And there it is. And let's go to here. Let's go here. Let's go to Fields. And let's go to Vine and Cocoa Fields. And let's rise up. I want to see. So there it is. There's the little house. And it is on the ground here. So let's push this back. And let's see how far we can push it and whether it will fit under this stairwell. Look at that. Look at that. So that is the house underneath the stairwell right there. You can see that it's actually coming through on that part. Let's see, this side I would need to put it exactly in the middle, which it won't be because of the way it is. But we can put it right here so both of the staircases are preserved. And then this part right here where the stairs are and where this goes out beyond, we'll have to repair that. Now I know this is going to mess up the stairs in this section, but what I can do is I'll be able to repair them. And I think, can I move it over one and spare the stairs? Let's see. No, because see where it is on that side? Now that is too close there. So it does need to be right here on this side. So yes, but we can't, ooh, look at this. We're not going back far enough. Let's see what happens if we go back to here. So the house would be sitting underneath this, but it's not sitting well. And Mixasa is right. We're going to have to go into, see all this space? it'll tear apart the building. So what we will do is we're going to take all of this away. We're going to take all of this away. We don't need, for the creation of this, I think they put in these trees, but the trees are only coming up to here. We don't need it to go all the way back and around. And I think I'd almost rather not put the trees in and have it come down. Let's take the roof off of this. Let's do that. So here we are. Let's click this. Let's go into, let's just stay right here, and let's save and quit to title, because Mixasa is right. We are going to have to remove some of it so that we can get it to fit in there. And I would like that house to fit right underneath. So let's do Tana, flat world. Let's do the flat world. And so the way I want to do it is I'm going to do the arboretum, and I'm going to do it inside for a minute so I can see. Nah, I'll do that. I may have to do that first. I think I may have to do that first so that I can see how much of it actually needs removing. And so let's go over here. It's nighttime here. Let's go here. This is good. We're close to the town hall, and we can start a new project right here. Let's go to sleep. Hi, you're back. You fell asleep? Oh, I'm glad, actually. I'm really glad that you... I actually like people getting more rest in this time that's so stressful. I really like when people get more rest. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to build the arboretum. So let's come to here. Let's switch. Let's go to here. And let's go to fields, infrastructure, fields, arboretum. Wait, what's that? What's that? Wait. Let's look at this. Put the field in the schematics mod. Not constructed. In the schematics mod, not constructed. X. Which field? Because I was thinking I was going to place it inside the other field just to see what I should take away. Which, should I put this field in the schematics mod? This is the field that I want to put it in. So there's the bottom. I need it to be up so that I can see all of it. So there is the arboretum right there. And do you want me to put the arboretum field in the schematics? Oh, okay, you get it. Okay. Let me do this first. So this is a level 3, and we're going to build it. We're going to construct it for a minute, and there it is. Now, we've got water all on the outside, of course. And this is the thing. So if I want to, just for a minute, so that I don't have the water problem, I think I'm going to just go ahead and sponge it. It's going to take too long, I think, to sponge it all out, isn't it? Let's see how quickly I can sponge the water off the top. I know. There's probably an easier way, but I just want to sponge it off the top for a minute so that I can see, where is it coming from? From the middle? Yes. From here, find all of them. Find all of them. Find all of them. Find all of them until they stop doing that. There we go. I don't care about the sides so much, although I might. Let's see, maybe I do. Let's do this for just a second because I want to be able to see where it is sticking out of the building, because that's the parts I'm going to take away, and that's what I want to see first. I don't want to take the whole thing. Bonk. I know there's probably a better way to do this, but we're doing it like this for right now. I still am getting used to this thing where I can change the buildings, which is really fun. And I can understand it is so generous of Minecolonies to make it so that everyone can play. Everyone can build new things and make new things. And it just makes it really neat. So, Bonky. And I think these are the last two bonkies right here. And 3. All right. I don't care about the rest. Oh, there isn't any. All right. So on the inside, because I can get rid of those easily, and we can get rid of the other stuff when we start doing this. But on the inside, this is the building we're talking about. This is a really pretty building, even on ground, on the land. Isn't this gorgeous? This is a gorgeous greenhouse. So now let's take this, let's switch packs. Let's go to Colonial. Let's go to the new fields, and let's go to Cocoa and Vine field. And there's only one level of this field. Let's turn this around because what we want is for this to be underneath this. So what I'd really like is for this to be here, directly underneath that piece, right there like that. But I don't think it's going to make a difference anyway, because I think it's still, this puts too much of it over on this side, and this is what I'm looking at here. But I don't need this. This is just decoration over here. See that part? And I would prefer to have this sit right in this wall underneath this. Looks like the Prismarine stairs are having a conflict with the stairs. Yeah, they will. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I just want to see where I would like this to be. So if I had this directly in the center, this building, there's no way for it to be directly in the center. So this is the closest to it being something. This right here. We can take the top off. And that's why we're looking at this. So we want to take the top off. We'll take the top off. We're going to take, I'm okay with it being in the wall here. We don't need this part of the building, this outside part right here. And on the inside, let's see how far. So it's all the way in if we do it like that. If we take it off of this back piece, because it's the back piece that we really don't need. We don't need that roof, and we don't need, let's see, what you saying? Oh no, you mean, look at this. A conflict with the stairs. Let's look here. Let's look here and here. And we won't have this fence. We won't need it. And this is the hut block right here. We don't need that roof. So we can take that roof off. And we'll do that. So let's go out and look at it. And then let's bring it back in and see how it'll fit. So let's pull it out completely. So we'll pull it out right next to it, right here. So what we don't need is this roof, and we don't need the fence around, and we don't need this back wall. We actually don't need this back wall at all, but we have to be careful because this will actually be open to the ocean, this part right here. So this is the part that I want to be within this wall right here. And that's the thing that we're going to look at, putting this back far enough. Let me bring this over just one more time and see something here. Because I need this to be in the wall, and it is the wall. Okay, so they have it so that, and it's really pretty, they have it so that that back piece right there, that's the piece that we need. This piece right here is secure. Let's find the hut. There's the hut right there. So this whole back piece needs to come off. Now this is what Mixasa, I think, was saying to make this a schematic. Were you saying to make this a schematic paste for some reason? Put the field in schematics mod, not constructed. Okay, why? What does it allow me to do differently that I, does it allow me, you were wondering, but you will not steal my idea. The design, some plantation fields who exactly fit into the arboretum. Please steal my idea. I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm fine with it. I am. That would be so cool. That would be cool. I am perfectly fine with that because it just happens to work. So yeah, so you could put them in, Mixasa, you could put the different extra fields into the arboretum, the ones that they have, using a combination of the types that there are. Oh yeah, please, please, please. Okay. So I have to keep the placeholder for sure. I have to keep that piece right there. And it's attached to that part. But what I want to do is, should I, and I think I am, I'm going to build this for a minute, constructed, and then I'm going to do this. Oh, that would be so fun, Mixasa. Na na na. That would be really cool. And yeah, because that's definitely going to be something, because underwater people are not going to be able to get jungle trees for growing, specifically for growing the cocoa. These trees are set up specifically to grow the cocoa, and that's why they're like that. We don't need this top, and we actually don't need this, but I guess it's okay. I don't want to take away too much. We definitely don't need these, and these are all actually going to go away here. And I know I could do the thing where I use the thing and take them away. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so we're looking at this. So let's make this be the bottom right here. Let's put something here, one of these placeholder things right here. That's one end. And if they're building, I think they build these trees. See that right there? these trees don't get cut down. They're actually specific trees. Let's look at that. Yep, sure enough. They're specific trees so that you just add the cocoa beans and you add the vines and then they grow on there. And I'm pretty sure that's the way that's supposed to be. And or they add the cocoa beans and the vines and let them grow on. So how? So the trees, we have to be up as high as the trees. So let's take this edge right here and let's put placeholder blocks, whoops, bonk, all the way up to here. And let's see how far that is. Let's see how far this one is. Do I want it one above? I could do one above. I'll be fine doing one above. So let's take this out all the way over. I'm just trying to make sure that I make it high enough. So see where that is? That's how high it needs to be. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so it doesn't matter so much about that. I can take all of those away. Now, if I have it here, is it going to cut off this corner? I don't think so. What is this that I have here? This is underwater mini dorm. So we'll let this one go. We'll get a new one. So let's come here and get a scan tool, S-C-A-N. And there it is. And let's put this in. And so let's see about doing this for a second. So let's do a scan. There's our first scan right there. And then let's take this one right here on this corner. Do we need that corner to be out that far? That's a decoration. I'm trying to think if I want that corner to be out. Because remember, this side interferes right there. Let's bring this corner in one. Let's have this corner be right where this is. That'll cut off this whole side of this tree, won't it? Is that tree coming all the way out to the fence? It is. I don't want to do that. We don't have to do that. Let me see what happens when I take these parts away. Then there won't be anything interfering with the stairs. And I think that'll work. Once you remove all the blocks, you won't. My advice would be to replace with a scan tool all air block by placeholder. Yes, because what's going to happen is yeah, and then remove the placeholders. Okay. What time? Oh my gosh. I can't finish. I can't finish today. I am absolutely going to have to come back and do this tomorrow. I am out of time. Wow. But yes, I know what you're saying, Mixasa. And when I come back in, yeah, because that way it won't remove, the air will remove the building in these places right here. The building will disappear. So I understand what you're saying. So yeah, let me do this. Let me first of all click this side here because I didn't do it. Oh, that's the first position. Okay, and then put this one here, and that's the second position. All right, and I'm just going to name it for a minute, and this is, what should I name this? This is the cocoa field. C-O-C-O-A field, cocoa field strip, cocoa field 3. It has to be Does it have to be 3? It's a decoration. I don't know whether it has to say 3 or not. Let's just do Cocoa Field. You'll be able to put the arboretum there without too much accident. Yeah. I think so. I think that's true. Do I need to put 3 after this? This field doesn't really have a, it's only the 1, so I don't need to do that. So what do I want to call this cocoa field? Cocoa field. Since you only have 1 level, that's true. What do I want to call it? So that I know. Maybe I'll just call it Cocoa Field. It's not like I have a bunch of them. So I'll just call this one the Cocoa and Vine Field. And Vine Field. Cocoa and Vine Field. And let us name it. Show resources. So that's the next thing that's going to happen. That I'm going to show the resources and then change it in resources. So I'll get rid of the fence, I'll get rid of the air, and do stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to do, and then it'll just fit into the space just like that. And I think that's it. Yeah. All right. Gosh, time flew by. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Mr. Villager, obrigado. I wonder if Mr. Villager has fallen asleep again. It is Thursday. And Thursday. And Mixasa, merci. Merci beaucoup. And I'm so glad you were here when that happened. so that there you are. There you are, Mr. Villager. Yes, thank you. Obrigado. And Mixasa, merci beaucoup. Bonne nuit, Mixasa. Boa tarde, Mr. Villager. And yeah, I will see all of you tomorrow. Enjoy your games and enjoy watching all the other gamers. And we'll come back here tomorrow and we'll continue. I'm going to play music. Music, music, I hear music. Bye. A bientôt.